months from that first period, can you maybe talk about the persistence it took from you guys to slowly chip away at that lead and then eventually getting the result you wanted?
Yeah, I think we all felt that in the first. We were a little slow. Maybe it wasn't going to be our night, whatever. But we had a good conversation in the first intermission. We said we might not score 6 tonight, and we can't do that every night. Sometimes it's just got to be grind it out. Maybe get one a period. Maybe go to overtime. Whatever happens. And obviously that was the case tonight. So I give ourselves big credit, just sticking with it and battling and not opening it up, so to speak, and just make it a 2-on-1 fest. So and I think again, Stu, some great saves in there too, like allowed us to finally and eventually tie the game. So different way to win a game, but I don't mind it.
Does that net look pretty big to you there?
He came over pretty good, I thought. But, I mean, when you get one of those chances, I don't score overtime winners on demand. So I got to try to go for top corner, and whether I miss or not, that you never know with the ice. It's not that great at that point. So nice to see it go in for sure.
You suffered a serious nose injury yourself. What do you think of Zach grinding through his?
Yeah, I can't believe that. Yeah, I feel like I'm grinding with it. So, and I only had stitches. I don't have an internal like he probably has. So, yeah, he did obviously awesome tonight again. And, yeah, he's a big player for us.
What's 900 points for Leon, 3 tonight. I know you've gotten to know him more, but what impresses you most about his game the more you watch him?
As a guy that wants to play solid defense, I think I appreciate his two-way game. Obviously, he's the sniper. He can hold on to pucks and be a very dynamic player offensively. But I think he's got as much strength going into defensive zone and being a really stud for us defensively and takes a lot of face-offs. That's I think what impresses me most about his game is how. There's no situation where he's not first over the boards. I feel like if there's a key moment in the game, whether we're scoring, whether we're defending, whether it's a big face-off, wherever it is, he's the first one over the boards, and he shows it every night. And I guess the second part of that is his consistency. And obviously, if you have 900 points already, I don't know in how many games, but I'm sure it's less than 900. So it's pretty impressive.
So what's it like playing in overtime with no safety net? I mean, you kind of referenced even your shot. If you miss the net, maybe it's a 2-on-1 the other way, and you didn't even really make a irresponsible play. So
yeah, well, that's why we have 3-on-3, right? That's why it's exciting. You've got it's kind of all in or nothing. Sure, there's some system to it, and when everything is slowed down or whatever, you take it back. It can be a little bit at least of systems, but for the most part, it's about reading. It's about, I mean, I don't think Leon meant to do what he did there to get it to Nug. I think he rather trying to shoot it and hopefully score. But that's just the way it turned out, and happened to be in the right spot. So sometime I'll do the same thing, and that puck goes to their guy, and they have somebody on the far blue line, right? Like I don't know what's behind me at that point. So that's what's exciting about OT, and this time it was on the right side for me, and I'm happy to take it.
Mattias, you haven't played too many shifts at 5-on-5 since you got here without Evan Bouchard. Back half of the game, especially in the third period, that was the case. You did get a couple, but what was that like especially to get a lot of ice time to tie there?
No, it's one of those things. We needed a spark at some point, right? So I think for the whole decor and for the whole team, it was nice to just see a different partner and maybe get out of your comfort zone a little bit. I mean, as you said, I don't know how many shifts I've had 5-on-5 without him. So good for us too to kind of. Just again get out of our comfort zones a little bit, see what that is like. Maybe get a little spark, and again I give a lot of credit and see what happened in the game. Right, like we actually got back and tied it. So I'm not saying that was just because of that, but you rarely go 82 games with the same partner. We've been pretty steady together, but again I think that as of late there's been more for us that we want to achieve than we have been. So. I mean, it's what it is, and tonight it turned out being a good thing.
What do you make of this stretch of winning 4 and 5 against some pretty good competition here?
I mean, I think we're up there with those good teams, right? Like that's what you got to take from this. I even think the Florida game could have gone either way. So at the end of the night, we knew coming into this last little stretch before Christmas, there's going to be some high stakes games. And we still have 2 more to go, but I think so far we've managed it really well. And I mean, you can take it any way you want. It's just a stretch, but at the end of the night, I think we can compete with any team in the league.